Hey, I'm Stephanie, and it's time to stumble into style. Welcome to this episode of Signature Style Sunday, my weekly video series in which I document my journey as I attempt to find my very own sense of style using mainly what I already own. Last week, I tried to get out of my comfort zone when it came to outfits, and I'll make sure I link that in the description box in case you missed it. This week, I'm going to start to take a look at how I might be able to use makeup to define my style. I was so looking forward to finally playing with all the makeup I had missed when I was on the road. But alas, I caught a nasty cold this week. And as a side note, if you happen to see my eyes watering during this video, don't worry, I'm not crying. I'm perfectly fine. It's just that I have felt like someone has been slicing onions next to me like all week. So my eyes have been tearing up and I just haven't felt like wearing a whole lot of makeup. And so I kept my looks for my jobs this week as simple and as basic as possible. Because when you're feeling that yucky, you just don't want to smear paint on your face. So I didn't have a chance to physically experiment with makeup. However, I was able to put some thought into how I'd like to start experimenting with it once I'm feeling better, because I'd really like to integrate makeup as a key element in defining my stage style. I thought a good place to start would be to examine some of the looks I've used in the past on stage to see if I'd like to integrate any of those elements into my new solo stage style. If you see me looking down, I've got some pictures on my phone. I just don't want to forget what I'm going to be putting up on the screen. So I'm just going to look at those. My stage makeup looks have typically fallen into three categories. One is what I'd call an enhanced natural look. And that defines my features enough so my face doesn't look like a formless blob on stage, but it doesn't really look like I'm wearing makeup. I'm sure if you were to meet me after the show on the street, you'd notice that I was wearing makeup, but on the stage, I don't look like I'm wearing makeup because of all the lights. The second look is a soft look with a blown out smoky eye and maybe some glitter on the lids and a neutral lip. And then the third look is what I'd call a graphic look, I guess. And these have ranged from winged eyeliner and a bold, defined lip to geometric shapes painted in weird colors on my face. It just kind of depended on the show I was in. Having a signature style means that it's something that's uniquely mine, that's recognized by people that know me as my style. And in this context, on stage, it has to be magnified to the point where it really stands out and captures attention. So the question now is, do I want to use makeup as that statement element? Or do I want to focus on clothing as the statement element? Because I have a feeling that going big in both the makeup and clothing departments might be a little much right now, because my solo show is still pretty small and I play mostly in relatively intimate theaters and clubs. So I don't want to look too outlandish when I'm standing at the merch table talking to people after the show. My first instinct is to say that my music would probably be best represented by soft makeup looks paired with some quirky outfits. However, I'm not sure how realistic that is, because if I'm trying to work with, what I already have in my closet, I'm not sure how many quirky outfits I really have, especially when I think of the plethora of black dresses in my wardrobe. So I might be better served with outlandish makeup. Or I could do crazy hair. But to be honest, that's kind of a last resort for me because as much as I absolutely adore playing with makeup, I despise styling my hair. So yeah, maybe I should just think about, finding a really iconic looking hat to cover up the hair. Maybe that can be the key element of my style. I don't really know, but that's why I am on a journey because I don't have any answers yet. Once I start to feel better, I'll open up my makeup kit and see if I can come up with any kind of unique looks that might fit my music. If you happen to have any ideas or thoughts or input or general inspiration, feel free to let me know, because I feel like one of the challenges of this journey is that I'm so close to me and the makeup I typically wear and the clothing I typically wear and the music that I make. So sometimes I think I might not even notice what a potential element of my signature style might be. But I do think things will get easier once my health returns and I have enough time and energy to actually conduct some concrete experiments. By the way, a couple of you mentioned to me in the comments and in messages that you're also kind of experimenting with your own sense of style. A couple people mentioned that they wanted to make some bolder style choices this past week, and a couple of people said that they were curious to look into their own closets to see if they used any elements of clothing for psychological purposes. Because last week I had mentioned that I use jean jackets as suits of armor. So did you guys make any discoveries this week? Like, have you had any success with making bolder choices? If you're willing to share, I would love to hear. So, please let me know. Other than that, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I hope that we can all remember that even stumbling can be a form of moving forward. So let's stumble in style.